Welcome to the little town of Beth Mayhem. It's time to talk about Donald Trump's L's for the week. Oh, are you taking a little road trip? Instead of going to Saudi Arabia again to sell more crypto scams, you're going to be trotting around the country talking about how good you are for the economy. Of course, what you're actually going to do is fall asleep on stage and tell everyone that affordability is a hoax made up by the Democratic Party. Oh, I can't wait. Finally, something America can agree on. Almost half of the country says that affordability right now is the worst it's ever been in their life. 46% and 37% of your voters from 2024 say the same thing. That's the closest your voters are ever going to get to agreeing with the rest of the country about anything. That should be scary to you. Now, why could they possibly say that? It might be because job losses ramped up again for the fourth out of 6 months, but it's not just big tech this time. Most of these came from small businesses, people under 50 employees. Over 1 million people have been laid off this year. That's the most since, well, last time you were president. Those people should just go get manufacturing jobs, though, right? Those are coming back because of the tariff. No, that has literally never been true. Never happened. Nope. Manufacturing has contracted for the 9th month in a row. This is really bad for men, you know. Maybe they could just go to college, right? Nope. What? Did you know that more women apply to college than men? And that DEI policies were the only thing that kept gender balance in universities, and you just got rid of all of those? Oh, look, you're bleeding approval among men. I wonder why. Anyway, that guy who tried to sell us a 50-year mortgage and put a bunch of Democrats under mortgage fraud charges is getting investigated by the GAO. And while none of those Democrats actually did anything wrong, I have a feeling that's not what we're going to find out with Bill. Why is he so bloated? You tried to block Medicaid funding from Planned Parenthood, and a judge was like, ew. The case against Letitia James was tossed last week. I'll remind you, it was one of those made-up mortgage fraud things. Because your U.S. attorney has never tried a criminal case in her life and screwed it up from top to tail. She tried again, and it didn't work. The grand jury was like, ew, God, go away. You took a bunch of funding from museums and libraries, and a judge told you to put it back. And you were like, but then you just quietly did it. You're very submissive, you know. You tried to take a rescue helicopter away from an Oregon town to use in ICE operations, and they freaked out and screamed at you. And you were like, just kidding. I'm so sorry. Please take it back. Why doesn't anybody like me? We finally found a non-citizen who voted in elections. It was a Republican, a mayor in Kansas who voted for you 3 times. Now he's going to be deported. I'm fine with this one, actually. Tennessee was a special election. That can't be mapped onto anything else. Afton Bang swung Tennessee to the left 13 points, which is coincidentally just about how much Virginia swung to the left in their governor election, and New Jersey. So yes, we can map it onto other things, and we're going to. Her approval rating amongst independents is lower than Richard Nixon's during Watergate. And perhaps more to the point, it's now lower than Joe Biden's. This is about the point where the Democrats kicked him out of the presidential race. I wonder what your party's going to do to you. It's okay, babe. I'm sure if you continue looting the American government, you can successfully bury all those memories of the times your daddy told you you were a loser.